yeah, and it's not a bad morning if you can see the blue sky. This is the first nice day we've had in ages. It's just been chucking it down. Yeah, where am I going? I'm going to go down to the meadow to see what's down there. I reckon it's going to be waterlogged. There's a pheasant walking across in front of my car. It's alright, got a bit sidetracked. That's a big old bird. Anyway, we're going to go down to the meadow. We've got the Equinox and we've got the Explorer. I've got the small coil on the Explorer. I checked it out the other day. It's not too overgrown. I want to go there because I want to make the most of the fact that it's been cut back. It's going to get cut back some more soon. I think they're going to do some fencing work. So I'll get to go in areas that I've never touched. And it doesn't get cut very often. Normally it's waist height in weeds. So I need to make the most of it. We've had loads of military stuff out of there. Badges and arm flashes. All kinds of stuff. And I had a lovely buckle. Pre-Boys Brigade buckle. Quite rare. I'll put a link in the corner if you want to go and have a look. I didn't bring anything with me to show you. That's about it really. I just want to go in the places I've not been in, but it's going to be really muddy. It shouldn't rain, but I'm still going to get wet. I'm just going to get caked in mud, but it'll be a laugh. I think that's all I brought with me. If it turns out it's a bit naff, I'll go somewhere else. Oh, there's another pheasant, there's two of them. I've left a memory card at home from my decent camera, so I can't get a nice picture of them. Oh well. Yeah. Just trying to think. I did a video. I did the Equinox iron settings video, the new one, on land, and I did do another Velox one. I didn't even edit it because there was nothing I found apart from rubbish. It just showed that it did find stuff, but it was naff. If anyone wants to see it, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do the video. I was going to put in that video the explosions of the hand grenades that I dug up, and I might put them in this video, otherwise you won't get to see them. So we'll do that. I'll chuck the explosions up next. You'll see them. It's only a short clip. Yeah, I've given those fields a rest because I'm just digging up hand grenades. I will go back to them. I might let them get ploughed again, because I've been given quite a few more fields, but so far they're not that great. But you know, you never know. Right, we're going to go down there, make the most of the sun, and see what we can find. Well, there you go. That's what you call a crater. That's huge. Okay, that was 6 grenades and a load of det cord. I couldn't get any closer. I wasn't allowed any closer, and they didn't want to be on camera for obvious reasons. That's fair enough. So I got as good as I got with the video camera, but I'm going to have a little route around and see if I can get a souvenir. A little bit of a grenade that I had blown up. I've been digging out the hole just to get some souvenirs really, and all I want is the base plug, that round circular plug. And look, there's one right down there. That has blown that. Oh, a good, I don't know, it's over half a foot in. It's right down there. I'm going to get it out. I've got a couple of the detonator, the charges they put in. I just wanted a plug. And we've got one. Cool. Yep. Wicked. That's the same one as I got at home, but the one at home I've got is green, that bright green one from the last video. Wow, cool, right. I think that's it. Right, first target was a piece of canned modern junk, which is fair enough, makes up for it when you find something like that. There we go, look at that. Second hole dug, right under a tree that I couldn't get to last time. The East Surrey Regiment. There's the E on the end. Not normally whole, it's still got one of the pins on the back. These were the guys that were throwing the hand grenades. Not too far away from here. And I think this is where they actually camped, not trained, so there shouldn't be live ordnance today. Maybe the odd bullet, but cool. Well, I said we'd find a bullet or two, and we've got an unspent cartridge. I don't think it's dangerous, because it hasn't even got anything in it. I found these before, and they've had wooden inserts as a bullet tip, literally for training. They couldn't spare the shells, they couldn't spare the ammunition in the First World War, so they just made do with proper fake bullets. I think that's one of them. Didn't think I'd get one here, but we've got a basketball. Military, but, well, I say loosely military, yeah. Pre-First World War, by basketball. Hey, got a nice little find now. Little watch winder. Cool, it wasn't that deep, it was in there. It's getting hard to detect because it's all stinging nettles. I'm trying to do this section before it grows back. But yeah, cool, didn't get this last time we were here. I shall clean that up later. That's an interesting one. What's that down there? Now, that's a long way down. And it's almost like a lid, and just here there's like a lip, as if the lid's fallen in. I can just about move it. I've got no idea, it looks like there was a bonfire. I went through like a really black layer and loads of bits of pottery and other rubbish, but that's a long way down. A spade in there, and it comes up to there on my spade. I'm going to keep going, if it's anything good I'll show you. It would appear whatever it is has rotten through, and that's not coming out of there without a real good fight and an absolutely huge hole. Weird stuff here. Right, it's starting to rain, so I'm going to go and have a quick drink, bite to eat, and then we'll crack on. Right, we've got a tiny target. I turned the recovery up just now to 6, and then you move the coil really slow because there's tons of iron in the floor here. And we plucked out a little cap buckle. If you wore a brimmed cap in the military and you have that leather strap across the top of the peak, that's the little buckle that adjusts it. Cool, it's tiny. Dug this little plug just out of there, just going back, saying, oh yeah, I'm getting there, but it was raining. I just saw that as I peeled it open. It's a bit of another arm badge. Yep. It's another East Surrey one. Try to find a different one. There are a couple of other regiments that were here. Right, I'm hungry. Well, we're underneath. Bit of a battered tree by the wind and the storm recently, but we've got a military button. General service with the shank. Straight out of there. I've done this bit before with both machines, so cool. I am now right in the undergrowth. It's yeah, and this is what's coming out. That's like a canteen, a cup, probably army issue, buried deep in the ivy and under the mud. Very noisy. Underneath that canteen, we had there's another one on top there, another canteen. We've had that. Not sure what that one is. That can go over there for now. That's just popped out the hole. Loving that. That's quite good. A little inkwell or ink container. Bits of bottle coming out, but there's more metal stuff in there. So we're going to keep digging and see what's in there. Two things out of that hole, and you can tell what kind of horse they were using. That is a little pony. That is tiny. The size of that on the palm of my hand. One little tiny horseshoe. And one thing I always like, an old bottle stopper came out. There's loads of, you can see a bit there, a bit of pottery. There's another bit over there. There's half a glass bottle. I'm going to root around here, and then we're going to move a little way down, I think. Well, I've had a few things. We've had a hole there, a hole there, a hole there, a hole over there, one here. We've had that, which does actually look like the stock mechanism from a rifle. I could be wrong. I'll have to look that up. That's the way it would go if it is, I think. There was a bit more metal in there. Could have been a broken up rifle buried in a hole. Who knows? We had that anyway. We had that thing. It looks like a bell off a telephone. I don't know. And we just had that, which looks like a suppressor off of a gun actually. Looks a bit thin though. that end would have been round, but it's just been squashed up. Don't half look like a suppressor, like a muzzle flash eliminator, but it's a weird shape, so I'm going to edge on the side of caution with that one. Could be anything, but the amount of glass and crockery and yeah, it's everywhere here. It's good fun though. Well, a bit more from in that hole. That thing, I don't know what that was. I almost thought it was an old sort of a brooch, because it's, I don't know, those bits there look like they should be some sort of decoration, and I can't work out if that was paint or gold gilding on it. Could be nothing. Very delicate. It came out of in there with that suppressory looking thing, but slightly over to the left. Yeah, just had a belt buckle and a horseshoe out of there. That was ringing in nice. It actually bypassed the horseshoe. When I went back over it, I heard the big iron in there, so I thought I'd dig it anyway, but this rang out nicely. So that new iron setting, the upgrade, very good. Not too interesting, but it does show day-to-day life of the camp that was here. One, I suppose it's like a, well, it's just a cup really, enamelled in some way. I doubt it's got anything interesting in it. We can have a look there. It looks like it's been burnt actually. I'll dig it out, if there's anything good in there I'll have a look, but I very much doubt. Yeah, so I'm under this tree here, which is it's hard work bending down under it, all the ivy, all the roots, and I'm presented with a lump of iron. But check the hole, and you get a watch. You just make out a 5 and a 6 at the bottom, but other than that, it's toasty toast. But it was a watch. I'd say it's a pocket watch the size of that thing. The rest of it could be here somewhere. Right, I've come out of the woods. We're back out on the pasture. And my first target is something pretty cool. Now, it looks like a lead, some sort of lead trade weight maybe, but that is a really big weight. And it's got something, some sort of markings, where it's been cast, or, oh, I don't know. We'll have a look though, if I can get anything. Just looks like a cross in the middle. Cool, I wonder if there's anything around the edge. Maybe. Wow, that's a weight and a half, that's got to go in my bag. Cool, happy. I ventured onto the field for half an hour, and we've got what looks like, I've just cleaned it, I thought it was an old shotgun end, because some of them have these little prongs, but it's not. Some sort of badge or decoration. It's like an old rose. It's very detailed under all that muck. Yeah, one for a bit further cleaning. Could be old though, I reckon it is. Okie dokie. Literally about 10 steps in front of that really old buttony brooch thing. Got something even older. Look at that bad boy. I am going to take a educated guess. That is a Saxon bridle fitting. I have a few now. I think I've got 2, maybe 3. But that one, you'd have another 2 parts to it that are possibly. I think I've got one that's got 1 hoop. I can't remember if I got one of the 2 hoops. That is old. I'd bet that is Saxon. A bridle fitting. Wicked. What a great end to the day. Really good nick. I'll do updates actually if I get the stuff back from the flow and it gets dated, but yeah, I'm going with Saxon. Awesome. Well, we've got our first coin of the day. Probably our only one. It's getting a bit late, as you can tell by the shadows. It's going to be an old one. Definitely going to be an old one. It's a thick one. Let's have a... tell you what, I'll give it a spray, clean it with both hands and we'll have a look. I don't know what it is. Do you know what, it's so heavy. It could be a Roman coin, but I don't know. I don't know, it's a weird shape. I wouldn't want to say a Roman. I have had Roman in this field, but you never know. I can feel stuff on it more than I can't see a bust. It's just so worn. Right, okay. Let's keep swinging. The last coin of the day. The last coin of the day goes to that chap. A 2p. Oh well. Could be worse, I suppose. Afternoon. We're doing the roundup the next day just because it threw it down when I got in. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the stuff that I found on the day. From the pasture, I spent about half hour in the field right next to the pasture. And then we're going to go and have a look just over there at all the good bits I've had out that pasture over the last year, 2 years, something like that. It's not everything. I've just been around and picked up a load of stuff from indoors to give you an idea. If you haven't checked out the older videos, there'll be a link at the end or in the corner of the stuff that I've been pulling out of that pasture and the wooded area. And there'll be more to come in future. We'll get back there soon at one point. So what I'll do, we'll come over here, we'll have a look at this lot, and then we'll have a look at that lot after. There we go. It's not loads of stuff, but it made me happy. We'll have a quick look. We'll start at the back. That is an original enamelled World War One cup, military cup. I've looked these up online, and it's a bit worse for wear. You're not going to get a cup of tea in there. There was a few of them I pulled out the floor, and a plate, and other odds and ends that were enamelled. I'll probably never know what they were. And there was that massive thing that was buried. Looked like a tin or a tub. Yes, we had that. And we had the two little tiny pony horseshoes. I know the military used a lot of ponies, and there's probably ponies there pulling stuff around. We had that thing. Again, probably off a bottle. Looks like an eye wash, but it's not, I don't think. Don't know why the Explorer never found these in the past, but it didn't. The Equinox seemed to like it. Next to them, there was a lot of bottles and broken bits, but that was a whole one. One inkwell and a stopper. I like a stopper. Possible, if anyone knows, if anyone can have a good look, is that some of the metal work from a gun. There's a screw at the back there. I don't know, I've looked stuff up online and I honestly don't know. They were training in the area, so it is highly possible. We've got a buckle, we've got that tiny little cap buckle. I've got some more of them behind me. We had a watch, and there's the back of the watch. I think it was a pocket watch. Definitely too far gone. That thing, no clue if anyone knows. Looks like a bell off of an old telephone, which could have been. I have no idea on that one. We've got another piece of ironwork. Again, I don't know what that was used for. There was more than one of them there. The other one's still down there. I just thought I'd bring one home for the roundup. If anyone knows what that was, I have no clue. That's the rubbish. Not a lot of rubbish there. That was nice. Some lead, some shotgun ends as expected from a wooded area, and a zip. That's the rubbish. What have we got over here? These were the training rounds. I mean, even that bullet, that's not your normal bullet. I don't know why there's so much lead hanging out the back of it. Doesn't look like anything I've ever found before. They're both full of lead. Yeah, training rounds. The military would have just gone through the process of loading and discharging a rifle probably. Couple of buttons, couple of military ones. There was a bit of toy car, didn't even know I had it. Bit of smashed up toy car. That's a little piece of silver, probably a cane end or a swagger stick end. The coin I think is a George. So yeah, not Roman. Now I had a 2p and a penny just to finish me off. That, again, make of that what you will. I don't know what it is. Could it have been a brooch? Could it have been something else? Who knows? We had a couple of, one very nice shoulder flash, still with some paint on it. And a part of one, 2 bits of shot. That very old lead weight. I will get it looked at if it's anything decent. I should get it dated. One watch winder. One very old brooch. Or, I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out what that is. But that's old. Very old. worth recording, I think. The Saxon thing. Now the reason I know it's Saxon, because I've got one here. I've got another one indoors somewhere. But that one is in very good condition. I don't think it had any more eyelets on it. I think it was just a double. The one I've got here was a triple. But yeah, I think that was a triple. That one's a double. That one's lovely. Early medieval Saxon. Doesn't get much better than that to finish my day. That thing could have been a suppressor. I've got something similar behind me. It's double layered, double skinned inside. So I don't know. I don't know. It could be a piece of spray equipment for all I know. But I had to bring it home just to have a look. That's today's stuff. I'll spin you around and we'll have a look at my general finds from the area. Here's the good stuff. Here's the good stuff over quite a few hunts in that area. We'll go to the back. Pen knives, buckles. Yeah, some other fittings. That one is off a soldier's kit bag. It doubled as a handle, a grab handle, and there was a hook on that end. Saw one of those in an antique shop. That's the only reason I know what that is. Little piece of mortar. These are bits of grenade here, which I now know what they are. Didn't before. We've got watches, pocket watches. Various ones have come out the floor there to go with the other one I found yesterday. A whole heap of bullets. That's just some of them. Did get a lot of padlocks. That was the biggest one. That was a bit of a monster lock. We've got some more locks down here. Various ones. You got an array of military buttons. That's just some of them. What else we got? They were the arm flash mounts for the your regiment badges. They went under, and then they were secured with a pin. It kept your badge on your arm. We may as well leave the badges till the end. These little things, they're from a Vickers machine gun. They're off the machine gun belt. That would have been all that's left of the canvas belt which held the bullets. I got them checked at a military show, and reenactors were quite envious of those because they're originals. Got quite a few of them. That was a nice bit. Did like that. That's a pipe. That little pick there, you'd pick your pipe, dig your pipe out so you could have a bit of a smoke. There's the case it was in. That was a good find from that was a long time ago. Some swagger stick or cane ends. That's a suppressor that I did find down that way. I can't remember what gun that's off. It was a weird gun. I don't even think it's First World War, but yeah, that was part of the gun down there. We'll move on to the badges. There's the array of badges: Somerset, Kings, East Surrey. And then lastly, we've got a couple of little training. These are the other kind of training rounds. That's a wooden tip. I think it would have gone in there just for show. There is actually part of one still lodged in there. Very rare. You don't find the wooden tips anymore for obvious reasons. That's one of my favourite things. The Boys Life Brigade. That was the predecessor to the Boys Brigade. They obviously camped down there at some point. Again, very rare. That's a make of a boot, a popular military boot. And over here is one of my other favourite things I found down there. That's an Edward Penny. It's been shot. That has been shot with a rifle, and that bullet was very close by. So whether that bullet hit that penny, we will never know. There's a silver sixpence. There are other coins and stuff I've got down there, but as I say, I've got stuff spread out. That's just a box of odds and ends. There's probably some other good bits in there. Right, thank you for watching. If you want to see this stuff get dug up, go back, check the other military videos. I'll put some links up, and you'll see me digging most of what's here. There's a couple of bits that I never recorded pre-YouTube, but all of that has been featured at one point or another. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you probably on the beach soon.